All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. How's everyone doing? Took a little longer to start than usual right there, just because it was doing one of those things where it like crashed when I loaded it up, and I was like, okay, whatever. Just kind of had to deal with it. But let's tweet out the stream. Uploaded a lot of videos today. I think this is the most amount of videos I've uploaded in the same day, probably in over a while. I don't know. It's been a lot of videos that are uploaded in one day. Actually, no. When the game launched, I guess I uploaded a lot too, but that's a little different. All right. Let me just mess around with the loadouts first things first. Actually, I don't really have much to mess with. What if I want to use this game though? Not the shotgun, because there's no point in using that. We can just, I mean, I'm probably maybe the Plague Doctor. Let me look at camo progress on this, because I honestly have no clue how far along it is. Okay. Yeah, not very far. Yeah, we'll use this. Why not? Select mission, standard, solo, Liberty Falls. Start mission. All right. So yeah, I mean, we did a stream just having fun grinding on Terminus a few weeks ago, so I thought we'd do the same for Liberty Falls. Because why not? Get a little bit of both, you know, the maps in there. I've played a lot more of Terminus compared to Liberty Falls, like a lot more. I just think it's a more interesting map. I don't know, there's more to do, and I like the aesthetic of it more. I like the atmosphere more, so I just find myself playing it more often. Some people say they like Liberty Falls more just because it's easier to get into, and they think the grinding's a bit faster. I don't really know. Like, I feel like it's not that different in terms of how fast the grinding is, you know?
Well, less than yesterday.
Like, I feel like regardless of how you play it, you know, it's same mechanics, same, most of it's similar, you know? Like, I don't think getting to the church Pack-a-Punch takes that much shorter of a time compared to getting to Pack-a-Punch on Terminus. Like, I really don't think it's a big difference. Maybe I'm crazy with that, I don't know. What's up, Jude? How you doing? What's up, Chad? How you doing? I'm excited to play this with the Jingle Hells, I will say, because I feel like that's going to make this map a lot more interesting. Also, partially streaming today is a way to test some of the stuff out before Citadelle comes out. Because when Citadelle comes out, there's going to be a lot of streams I'm going to have to do, a lot of videos, and I want to make sure everything's running properly before we get into that. Citadelle legit looks incredible. Lost for words, to be honest. I think the swords are the thing that is selling me on the map more than anything. Like, if you took out the swords, I wouldn't be that excited. But the swords are like some of the coolest things I've ever seen in zombies. So that's a pretty big part of my excitement. But no, I mean, I think the overall map looks cool too. Like, I think the aesthetic looks nice. It kind of reminds me of like a World War II map, like COD World War II, that is. Oh, we're about to die. COD World War II map. Like, people were comparing it to Der Reisendrock, but I think it looks way more like a World War II map from like COD World War II, that is. And I'm all for that because I like COD World War II. I think it's got a good aesthetic to it. It does leave me wondering what like DLC 2 and 3 and 4 are going to be like, which some of the rumors about what DLC, the rest of the DLCs are kind of worry me. I'm not sure if you guys heard the rumors, but they worry me. That's all I'm going to say. They worry me. I don't know if they're true or not, but they do worry me. But a reason why I don't want to like get into the rumors too much is because there's a high chance they're not true, and then they'd be getting people worried for nothing. So, you know, I don't know. There's no point. High rounds going to seem interesting on Citadelle. Yeah, because the map seems like it's going to be a lot more close quarters. I hope they really stay true with that, though. Like, I really, really want it to be as close quarters as humanly possible.
Some of you maggot munchers aren't worth a squeeze of the trigger.
Shit, I guess we're gonna go with the melee weapon. Love this baseball bat. But I hope it like is actually like really, really close quarters, because when they say that, I'm kind of worried that they mean like close quarters compared to a map like this. It's like, okay, you know, but I want it to be like a really tight map that would make sense with a melee weapon. Like a melee weapon would go perfectly with a map that's close quarters, so hoping for the best with that.
I'm range and trained to fire pretty much anything.
All right, gonna try my best to fly through these rounds.
Sunshine's the best disinfectant, so I let some into your skull.
I'm mostly excited for Citadelle. Just don't like the vermin and parasites, but if the main Easter egg is good, then I'm sold. Pretty much the way I feel about most zombies maps. Like, as long as the Easter egg's good, it's, you know, I'm all in. That's literally like all I need is a good Easter egg. But Easter egg could make or break the map though. Like, let's say it's a bad Easter egg, then I suddenly don't like the map, you know? Even if the rest of the map is really, really good, it doesn't matter. If the main quest sucks, I'm not gonna like the map. That's kind of how my taste for zombies has gotten over the years. And you can probably tell by my rankings. Like, if you look at my Easter egg rankings, like, or map rankings, 9 times out of 10, the maps with the better Easter eggs are the ones that are ranked higher. The only exception to that is maybe like Mob of the Dead. Like, even though Mob of the Dead's main quest is not that special, I still love the map. But I guess there's also really fun side Easter eggs on that map, so I guess that makes up for it. Got my ammo maxed out, so that's neat. Focusing on perks. Oh, you mean your ammo mods maxed out with the augments. Focusing on perks since the game auto selects. I haven't finished all mine. I've kind of just been going through them, trying to get at least like one minor and one major augment per item. That's kind of what I've been trying to do. And I've successfully done that for perks. I haven't done that for everything yet though. Honestly, I'm not even that high of a level. I'm prestige 2 level 31. Like, that's really not. I've seen people who are already prestige master. I'm like, dude, wow. To be fair, I did go on a week trip to Mexico, so I was gone for a while, and I've been focusing on a lot of videos, so didn't have as much time to grind this game as I wanted to. But I'm not into the grind culture like that, though. I feel like that's just not, like, I'd rather spend time, like, making videos and stuff like that, but just constantly playing the game every day just to, like, do the same repetitive thing just to, like, level up a bit faster, like, that sounds miserable. I just don't get how people do that. Like, the people who are already prestige master, I'm like, how? Unless it's like the greatest game of all time, which there are some Call of Duties where I could have done that, but I don't know. This one, as much as I like this game, I just don't think it has that grind worthiness to it. Until it gets all the maps, maybe, you know, maybe there'll be more grind potential because you could actually play a bunch of different maps, but just playing, like, I know people who don't even play Terminus, they exclusively play Liberty Falls and just grind that. I'm like, how, man? That's crazy. You're just shooting zombies non-stop. I just feel like I would get so bored of that. I don't know. We all got our own enjoyments in you know, video games, and that's is what it is. And multiplayer, like, I don't know if it's just because I suck at multiplayer this year, because honestly, I've been getting some rough lobbies this year, I will say. But it takes a while to level up in multiplayer, like, from what I've played. Like, it's not quick.
Don't tease me, Box.
I hope there's more interesting ways to get to high rounds instead of mutant injections. I kind of hope the mutant injection doesn't even return. It probably will, but I kind of hope that doesn't, because they don't technically have to have it return. But to be fair, if they were going to remove it, they would probably have to replace it with something else, and they didn't announce anything else, so I'm assuming it probably is going to return. But I do agree, there should be, like, better methods to get into high rounds. I'm assuming if the swords are really good, then that'll be the method, which I actually like that when the wonder weapon is, like, the method of high rounding. It makes sense, because, you know, you use your regular guns for a certain period of time, and then after a certain point, you kind of have to move over to a wonder weapon. I think that's usually a good way for a map to work, as long as the wonder weapon's fun to use, because there are some boring wonder weapons out there that are not fun to use at all. Yeah, instant kills are, like, so overpowered in this game.
Heads, you lose.
Max armor.
Sorry to be a bother, but when does the new map come out? Yeah, the 5th. Yep. I believe it. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that day. Oh my god, the zombie was tweaking out right there. Did I just miss like every shot, or was that guy just not dying? I might have just missed every shot. Vermin's would have been a better fit for only Citadelle. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I think I would prefer they were just on Terminus and that's it. I think if it was up to me, I think it would be Terminus, Vermin's, Liberty Falls. I think could have been. This is what I'm gonna do. Vermin's on Terminus. Liberty Falls would have been dogs, Hellhounds. I would have brought back the Hellhounds, right? And then Citadelle, right? Because we'll keep with the theme of returning bosses rather than just doing new ones. It would have been skeletons from Ancient Evil. So it would have been those guys with the little, you know, sticks that come at you and they wear the masks on Ancient Evil. Those things would have been a cool special round, only having those skeletons. And they were really cool bosses because they only died from headshots. So if you killed them without killing them with a headshot, they just came right back. So like, I don't know, I thought those were pretty cool. But obviously skeletons would have fit very, very well on this map.
Fire sale.
Because like, here's the thing, my issue isn't really, I mean, it's partially bosses returning from older games, but I don't mind that as much as like returning a boss that's already in the game itself. Which is why I was kind of hoping for Hellhounds, because like at least that's something that we haven't seen in BO6 yet, you know? I don't know what gun I want to keep. ASVAL? I don't know.
About fucking time.
I'm doing like the one thing you shouldn't be doing in BO6 Zombies. It's hitting the box. Like, I've kind of learned hitting the box is actually not a great idea in this game. Because you waste so many points and then it becomes really hard to get points later on. What's up, iKarma? How you doing? I think the Easter egg hunt will be longer if they make it so every wonder weapon variant is needed for the Easter egg. Definitely true. I kind of hope that's the case. I want it to be like that, where you need all the wonder weapons. I don't need it to be like that though. Like, as long as the wonder weapon quests are decently long, then I'd be okay with it being just needing one, right? But if they're kind of shorter, then definitely I would prefer if they make you get all of them. But I discussed this in one of my videos today. I do hope that they make it so you could upgrade them beyond whatever like the first upgrade is, because I'm sure it's going to be what it's probably going to end up being. This is just a prediction. It's probably going to end up being you take the sword, you can either get it out of the box or you can probably do an Easter egg for it or something, and then you have to do a separate quest for each of the 4 variants and turn it into the special version. You know, pretty straightforward there. But then they're probably going to let you pack-a-punch it on top of that, because they haven't not let you pack-a-punch the wonder weapon since like BO4, I want to say, right? Like, when was the last time you couldn't pack-a-punch a wonder weapon? Probably like even before. No, BO4, I'm trying to think. You couldn't pack-a-punch the gauntlets on Ancient Evil unless you do the side quest that lets you pack-a-punch them. So technically, I guess you could. I don't know. It's been a while, basically. It's what I'm saying, since we couldn't pack-a-punch a wonder weapon. So even if there is like the main upgrade quest, you're gonna be able to probably pack-a-punch each of them to tier 3. But I would like to see like a second upgrade that instead of it being through the pack-a-punch, instead it's through a like second side quest, you know, that's optional. They don't have to do for the Easter egg, but if you do it, it makes the weapons even better. I think that'd be really cool. Imagine a Mexico map and name it Dia de los Muertos. I've been saying that for ages, man. A Mexico map would be so sick. Because, like, yeah, like you said, it has the De los Muertos at the end, which would fit perfectly with a lot of different titles. You could do Dia de los Muertos. You can do, let's say it's a map that takes place in a house or something. Casa de los Muertos. Or an island map, Isla de los Muertos or whatever. Like, there's so many different things you can do with it, and I think there's a lot of like Mexican culture you could like put into it, you know. I don't know. I feel like zombies. This is why I've been always preaching that we need more round-based zombies as much as possible. There's so many ideas, so many things they can do. Like, this franchise has been going on for how long? We're like 16, 17 years into zombies, and yet there's still so many things they can do. They have not even came close to what they can do in the future. And not just in terms of locations, but even just in terms of gameplay and stuff like that. There are so many different things they can do.
No group discounts.
Double points.
I think my only worry for Zombies' future is I do feel like because these games are being very successful, they're probably just going to keep these exact same mechanics going forward. And as much as I like some of the mechanics, you guys know, we've talked about this before in other videos. There's changes I want to see made, or even just like having. That's why I want the other developers to make their own zombies, because I think that would be the best way to do that. Like Treyarch sticks to the mechanics they want. If they want to keep the same mechanics, they can keep them. But let's say Sledgehammer wants different mechanics, they can do that as well. Like, I think that would be so cool to see Sledgehammer do a completely different take on zombies. Round-based zombies, that is. It would be really, really cool. My only problem is not having the armored zombies wearing medieval armor. Missed opportunity. All I saw was a zombie wearing helmets. Like, there were some zombies that wore knight helmets, which was pretty cool. Which I'm assuming those zombies are just going to take a little bit of extra damage to the head. So it'll be harder to headshot them, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I didn't see any armored zombies wearing, like, knight gear or anything, so I'm not sure about that.
I'm spraying some gray.
Bonus points.
It's 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, really? Oh, so it's an hour earlier than I thought. That's good. Yeah, definitely sometime that morning for those in the US. Imagine parasites and spiders on DE. That would not be fun. I will say, DE, I think, was one of the first times I've heard people like have a complaint about reusing bosses, because I do remember people not liking the fact that that map had no new bosses. It was just a different version of the Panzer and then the dogs. But you know, the map itself made up for it because it was a phenomenal map, so no one really cared after after the map was fully out. No one really gave a shit anymore.
Are we waiting for these rotting meat sacks to have a change of heart?
Damn.
Oh yeah, jackpot.
I am not getting high rarities whatsoever. Should have been a huge night boss fight. They might do that, to be honest. I don't know. Like for like the Easter egg boss. I'm still holding out hope that it might be a dragon. I know we've already had a dragon boss before, but you can never do too many dragon boss fights. I could see a dragon boss fight 50 times and I still wouldn't get bored of it. Need a Richtofen operator skin bundle next season. See, I don't want him to be an operator though. Like, Richtofen deserves to be his own character, like a full-on dedicated crew character. Or at the very least, like if he's gonna be a character you have to get, don't put him in a bundle. Like, he should be a character you unlock from like doing the Easter egg or something.
Double points.
Somebody tell Carver.
Now, if they want to give him other skins that are like, you know, random Richtofen skins, that's fine to do that in bundles, but like the operator itself should definitely be something you get from like either for free or like something you unlock, you know. I do think he should be a playable character at some point in this game though. Like, I don't want every map to be the same playable crew. Even though I like the fact that we have dedicated crew, I kind of hope they just do something different with one of the maps.
Cough up the goods.
I feel like they probably won't though.
I'm used to doing without.
Don't you think it's weird that we haven't seen anything about the PAP? Yeah, we haven't seen the Pack-a-Punch machine on the map. That is true. Which probably just means they just didn't want to show us like exactly like what location the Pack-a-Punch is in. I hope it means the Pack-a-Punch is going to look different. I guess we also didn't see the mystery box, right? I'm really hoping that means we're going to get a unique like design for the mystery box and Pack-a-Punch machine. Maybe even the chaos box. Probably not, because it's not going to be It's not a Sentinel artifact trial, so I don't think it's gonna be that then. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they will do it regardless. I don't really know. Yeah, we gotta start pack-a-punching our weapons. I'm just trying to get, like, anything that looks fun to use.
Last thing you need in combat is uncertainty.
I don't even care if it's good or bad. I just want something fun to use. Oh, what is that? Yeah, we'll take it. It's purple.
I've gone from fuck this shit to cautiously up.
Let's go pack-a-punch this. This is my theory. We free craft and then he activates the Sentinel artifact. I do think the Sentinel artifact... Well, that's if he has it, though. Because does he have it? Because I'm pretty sure they said he knows where it is, but I don't know if that means he has it, though, right? Maybe it does. I have no clue. But if he does, then that could be a way they end the map. But no, I feel like the reason why I don't think it's going to happen is because if he activates it, then, like, how would the map end like that? Unless he activates it halfway through the Easter egg, maybe. But I think it would make more sense if we, like, find it next map and then we activate it next map. I don't know. Only thing I don't like is that the Citadel looks super dull color and aesthetic wise. Oh, so you're saying you think it looks dull? You know, I get what you mean. I don't entirely agree, but I do like, I don't think it's like that high up there in terms of aesthetics, because I do think it is kind of like one very distinct color palette. It has that like yellow oranges tint to it, and that's pretty much it. Whereas, and to be fair, there are maps that have done that before as well. I mean, look at DE is basically all blue, let's be honest. But compare it to a map like Ancient Evil or 9, those maps have a variety of colors throughout it. You know what I mean? So I do kind of get what you mean, but I don't think it looks bad because it does still have a spooky horror aesthetic to it, like similar to World War II zombies. It kind of reminds me of like the Shadowed Throne almost. And I do think that is exciting. Oh, nice. Insta kills are always nice. This is probably one of the best guns in the game right here, by the way. This AR is insanely good. Probably the best AR in the game, right? Chaos box and Chaos pack confirmed. Not confirmed, but I hope so. I hope so. Did you know the infected mode literally has zombies in it? Yeah, I saw that today. There was an image of Nuketown, like the Christmas Nuketown, and it had zombies on it. And I was like, oh my god, are we getting like Onslaught? And no, it's infected, but there's like AI zombies, and there's even vermin on it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't know why they couldn't just like I'm not a game developer. I'm not, right? So I don't want to sit here and act like I know everything. But I just struggled to understand why that isn't like something that could easily just flip a switch on. Like, why can't you just be like, okay, let's take Nuketown, this holiday version of Nuketown, put some perk machines on it, or the Wonder Fizz or whatever, put a pack-a-punch machine on it, put a mystery box on it, an arsenal machine, a crafting table, and then just have some zombie spawns that are probably already there because they already have zombies in multiplayer, so the zombie spawns have to be already made. So then why not just let us play round-based zombies on it? You know, you can make wall buys. Those shouldn't be too hard to put together. And then a couple doors, just like regular Nuketown from Black Ops 2. And you have a full another survival map in your game. Like, that would be huge. I'm not sure what they have against doing that, but like that would be insanely cool. Especially because I'm expecting, you know, obviously we have 4 more DLC maps to come. They're going to be spread out quite a bit. So like DLC 2 might not come out till like March or something, right? And that's a while from now. So that like 3 to 4 month gap of no map, it would be great to have a map like Nuketown Zombies thrown in there as a second map. If it's a survival map, it's small, it shouldn't take them too much time to put together, but it's still more content. Like, I would play the shit out of that.
I've gone from fuck this shit to cautiously optimistic.
This Jackal SMG sucks, man. The SMGs in this game in general just suck. They're so bad. Oh my god.
It might shock you to know I have stuff going on that doesn't involve dealing with your petty bullshit.
Like, we have it purple and we're fighting vermin and it still ain't
Got
killing.
the hardware. God knows I've got training. Headshots come real easy when I pretend the target's ripped off it.
We have a lot of points right now, actually, because I think since we haven't been buying a lot of perks, we legit only have 2 perks. That'd be awesome if halfway through we activate the Sentinel artifact and the wall buys and such turn into Chaos ones. That would be really cool. I do have to say that would be really cool.
Roll the dice.
Oh yeah, no, I think they already confirmed. Yeah, it's gonna be the sword is gonna be the base like sword, and then you're gonna upgrade to the other variants.
Surprising to know this is not what I fucking wanted.
Yeah. The snipers in this game are surprisingly good. I might just use the AK.
I felt like this when I earned my jump wings.
I'm just happy zombies is the main focus this year. Even Warzone content creators are hyped. Yeah, I am glad that like multiplayer and Warzone players are actually getting into zombies. I'll stand by this though. I will stand by this. They didn't have to make it like as easy and simplified as they did to get those players into it. They really didn't have to. All they had to do was just, it's really all about the rewards, like the grinding aspect, you know, because BO4 had grinding, but the problem is that most of it had nothing to do with multiplayer. Like the only grinding that actually connected to multiplayer was the reserve grinding, but that didn't come out till like a year after the game was out, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. The camos, they only applied to zombies, so you couldn't. So there's so much to that mode that like they had grinding, but it didn't matter to Warzone players, or not Warzone players, but I guess Blackout players or multiplayer players. All right, I will stand by that shit. They could release Black Ops 4 today with the quality of life improvements that these games have. It would have done just as good. I will stand by that shit. They didn't have to simplify the maps. I will stand by it.
Oh, good. Going batshit in prison didn't affect my aim.
Warzone is dying and zombies is thriving. It's Christmas already. The funny thing about Warzone is every time I play it, I have a great time, but I just don't ever have the motivation to play it. Like, I don't know what it is. But, you know, actually, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I might make a video on this, but I was playing Fortnite the other day, right? And the reason why I was playing Fortnite is because my girlfriend plays it, and it's like the only game she plays, so, you know, I want to play with her, have some fun with it, you know? It's a fun game. Like, it genuinely is a fun game. Like, it's one of those games that I've never really gotten sick of. Every time I go back to it, it's a good time. And when I was playing it, I was thinking to myself, like, there are so many, like, crazy cool things in Fortnite constantly added. And usually those things are things that are, like, otherworldly. Like, I was playing the other day. There was these freaking, like, swords you get to use, like these samurai swords that like allow you to sprint faster, and you can just slice and dice with it. There's this one fireball thing you can pick up. Like, there's all sorts of little things. There's always like cool locations in the maps. The points of interest are all really interesting and have like uniqueness to it. Then they have like a theme around it, you know. So much cool stuff to Fortnite, right? I don't think Warzone does that. Warzone does this weird thing where they try to make the maps like uber realistic, like the real location, not real locations like literally, but like they have realism to how they're designed. You know, like Urzikstan, just it's a place in Urzikstan. You know, there's buildings. Like, they're clearly trying to go for some sort of realism milsim aesthetic. They do that, but then they have these crazy goofy skins in the shop, so it immediately kills that milsim aesthetic they're going for. So what's the point at all? Why even bother with that milsim? Why even make the map a milsim then? Go back to what Blackout was doing, right? Blackout was going full cartoony with it, having really unique points of interest, having zombies points of interest. That is what Warzone should be doing. And instead, they're just gonna bring back Verdansk, which I really don't think is gonna do much for Warzone. I really don't. People will be hyped about it for about a month, and then after that, they won't care anymore. They just won't care. I really think what Warzone needs to do is just get crazy with it. A lot of people are loving zombies right now. Just make it literally like put zombie stuff in Warzone. And they've done it before. they did do with Fortune's Keep. They had a way for you to get the ray gun. Go further with that though. Like zombies should just be like a core element of the Warzone map. It should be like fully integrated with. There should be even locations that have zombies on it, just like Blackout. Have crazy things like the swords that we're gonna get to use on Citadelle Day More. Those should be in zombies. You know what? I also had it. I saw in Fortnite when I was playing the other day. There was a world event boss fight during the battle royale experience. You can come across a giant like. I don't know, it's a samurai knight thing or something. You get to fight a samurai. Like, it was pretty sick. Why can't Warzone do that? You know? Why not? Why not have a Mega Abomination boss fight or a freaking... The Kraken. Utilize the Kraken from Terminus. Use that Kraken as the assets for it and put it on, I don't know, Rebirth Island or something. At some point in Rebirth Island, that the Kraken comes out and starts grabbing the boat or something, the ship that's right outside the map. Like, stuff like that. Like, that would get people, I think, more invested in the Warzone experience. It would get zombies players invested in Warzone, I would say, right? We're getting closer to the standalone zombies game. I don't think it's ever going to happen just because, like, you would be alienating a lot of players that buy Call of Duty exclusively for zombies. Because those players wouldn't be buying Call of Duty anymore. They would just be buying the standalone zombies game, you know? And as much as I love zombies, I actually, and as much as a lot of people love zombies, I actually don't think that many people would buy the game compared to regular Call of Duty. Because there's a lot of people that, they play zombies, but they care more about multiplayer. And they only really play zombies for multiplayer, like, stuff, to grind for multiplayer stuff. So, like, would they buy a game that was just zombies? I think less people would. There still would be enough sales to make it worth it, I'm sure, but I think they would be worried that it wouldn't sell, like, too high, so they'd probably just never do it.
Fuck you in particular.
I think the only reason they'd ever do it is if, like, COD multiplayer, like, died, and then, like, zombies just became way bigger than it. Then maybe they would. I don't know. What's up, Revived? How you doing?
Me a beer when this is over.
Oh god. Weaver Richtofen quotes 5.5 in Citadel? What does that mean? I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what that's referring to. Looking back to BO3 and BO4, they had a very long breaks. For zombies content, yeah, for the most part, yeah. But that's the thing, I think I just like those maps so much that I didn't really even, like, I didn't even feel the break, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of went by so quickly. What was, like, what felt the longest? Like, think of any, like, zombies map gap. Not, like, what was literally the longest, but, like, what felt the longest. Oh, you were doing an over or under. Oh, see, I know what over or under is, but I never seen it written out like that. So I was like, I don't know what that means, bro. How many quotes Weaver will have about Richtofen? I'm guessing, yeah, maybe more than 5. I think more than 5. I mean, he's got to be mentioned at least a couple times, right? I need to get to Richtofen. I will say, I do hope they up their game with the intro cutscenes for DLC 2, because, I mean, Liberty Falls had a great one, but honestly, I don't really like Terminus or Citadel's intro cutscene. They're not that great. They're fine. They get the job done, but I wasn't like, I don't know. They're not that great. They look gorgeous, but, you know, that's about it. Yeah, this might be the best AR in the game.
I can do this all day. I got plenty of corpses.
Fire sale.
Avalon seems more like a goofy map. Avalon I'm really excited for. I think when that map comes out, it's going to feel more like Blackout, and I can't wait for that. I don't think that map's coming out till... Is it for the next COD, right? It's Black Ops 7. Yeah, Blackout did have that, like a boss type thing with the Blightfather. That was cool. Blackout was ahead of its time, man. I swear, I wish that mode was free to play. It would have succeeded if it was free to play.
Suspending exfil for now, Alpha. You're on your own.
Oh my goodness. We have not got a lot of perks. I'm starting to realize that like perks are like the least of your concerns in this game. Like you just want to get well pack-a-punched, you know, high rarity, tier 3 weapons. That's all you really need. Perks, you just want jug and stamina up. The other ones you can get whenever. Like it really doesn't matter. Perks are not as big. Ow. Damn, bro. The mimics like the only... Not mimics. The manglers are like the only thing that deal damage in this damn game, man. Holy shit. That man did like 50 damage. Not 50. I meant like 500. I've been thinking, and I wonder what you think. I feel like they're revealing too much about the new map, such as a full in-depth map tour, as well as the sword abilities. Feel like it's too much. Okay. I'm glad that you brought that up, because I actually wanted to talk about that, because I was thinking about that today. I fully agree. Now, here's the thing. On one hand, I'm not against them revealing a lot about the map. Like, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Like, we'll survive. It's okay. You know, we do have the option to just not watch the footage and just look away from it. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm not going to do that, but we could technically do that. Can I kill this thing with a bat? It's a bad idea. But here's the thing. I do prefer them showing less, because then it is more exciting. Like, I'm trying to think of like my favorite zombie map experiences, like my first time playing a map. Usually it was the maps that revealed less, because Dead of the Night might be one of the coolest first time for me, at least personally, because we knew literally zip about that map first time playing. And pretty much any map, like I want to say pre like Black Ops 3, like I wasn't that involved on the, you know, YouTube side of things when it comes to zombies, so I didn't really look at stuff too much. I didn't really look at, like, other than like the main reveal trailers, and they usually didn't show a lot in those reveal trailers. So stuff like Origins, Mob of the Dead, like those were huge experiences. Like I guarantee you, if Origins came out today, they would show off like everything in the trailer. Like we would see the maxes. I mean, I'm not sure what they showed. I don't even remember, to be honest, but like they would show every single thing that's going to be added, except for like maybe like side Easter egg stuff, because they didn't show, like, for example, they didn't show Etherella being a playable thing in the trailers for Liberty Falls. They did show Etherella itself, but they didn't show it being like something you can actually use and play as. And Terminus didn't show off Mega Stuffy, and it technically didn't show off the Kraken boss fight. It did show off the tentacle, but it didn't show like the boss fight itself. So like there are some stuff that obviously will be hidden for the full game, or for the full map. But you are right that they are showing what appears to be a decent amount. So I do hope they do the least amount they possibly could, but it's marketing. You know, they have to do it because they need people to get excited. They need people to get, they need people to actually be hyped to play it, you know? And without marketing it, you're not going to get people to be hyped. So, like, them showing off the swords, it's the selling point for the map, for sure. Would it have been cool to, like, discover that on your own? Yeah, sure. But, like, it just wouldn't have gotten people as hyped for it, you know? I definitely think gameplay is a no-go, though. I would prefer they never show gameplay before the map comes out, which, unfortunately, we know they're showing gameplay tomorrow. That's just a personal thing, though. Again, it's not at the end of the world, but I would prefer they didn't show any gameplay. You could do the gameplay trailer, but I don't know. Gameplay to me is, like, a bit much. Especially after the Liberty Falls fiasco. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I thought they were never going to show gameplay early again after that. But it's all right. It's really not the end of the world. Please make it known we want to be able to turn off the objective markers and on-screen guides. Very annoying. For some reason, I thought you could do that. Can you not do that? Let me see. I don't really know. I thought you could, to be honest. I could be wrong, though. I'm just going to check just in case. You're probably right. I'm just checking. Yeah, you're probably right. I do think they should turn that stuff off, or give you the option to. I don't know, for some reason I remember seeing that you could, but I guess I'm completely wrong. I'm definitely very wrong, yeah. Yeah, they should turn that off then. I mean, I think that would only really affect the map, at least for me. I mean, I'd prefer it was always off, but it affects your time, I guess, the first time you play the map more than anything. Because, like, once you know where it is, it's like, okay, I guess you're gonna know regardless. I really don't see the point of it, though. Like, I feel like letting people just figure that out on their own is, like, to me, it's part of the fun of zombies. Which, it's like, it's such a weird thing to me, but, like, it's pretty much, like, to me, that's what makes zombies fun, is solving things, figuring things out. And the fact that there's so many people who just hate solving things, it's always, like, it surprises me. But it's not like, you know, you're allowed to feel that way. I'm just saying, like, it always surprises me. Like, whenever I meet someone who, like, hates Shadows of Evil and they said they stopped playing it because they couldn't figure out Pack-a-Punch, it just always shocks me. I'm like, it's not that they couldn't figure it out, it's that they didn't want to figure it out. Because you cannot, with a straight face, convince me that that is an like, impossible thing to figure out. It's really not. You could figure out Pack-a-Punch on Shadows of Evil with ease. It's very, very possible. It's just, if you don't want to try to figure it out, you'll give up after 3 games and then never play the map again. That's what a lot of people did, unfortunately. But, like, I don't know. I like solving things. I like figuring them out. I think it's fun. I think that's literally, like, what makes a zombies map fun, you know? I hate how people are blaming Treyarch for the Warzone situation. Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with Treyarch. I would assume not. The Warzone situation is crazy. I have never made a video title like that, but I probably should one of these days, because every time I see someone make a video title like that, the video just absolutely slams and gets like a shitload of views. Oh, I should have made that my XpertFusion video I posted today. I should have made that the title. The XpertFusion situation is crazy. I should have done it. Too late.
Bonus points.
They pretty much copy pasted the Warzone marketing strategy when they release new Warzone maps. They always go through every POI and break it down in the blog. So I've noticed that change ever since Warzone. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You weren't using your brain anyway.
Yeah, I wish they didn't go like that crazy with the map breakdowns, but oh well. Because I feel like the only hidden things, really, the things that we're going to find out is going to be the Easter egg stuff. Which, yeah, that's, I guess, okay, but I don't know. Like, I don't know, Dead of the Night is just such a, like, I have my first time playing that map saved somewhere on YouTube, because I did live stream that, but, like, that was a special experience, man. I remember just, like, walking through the forest for the first time and being like, holy shit. This is crazy. I feel like that whole era of Call of Duty, it's so sad because, like, those games really just came out at a bad time. Like, I'm not, like, I know for a fact if those maps and those games came out today, they would have done a lot better. Like, obviously with certain changes, certain quality of life changes, but I think they would have done a lot better.
I'm gonna smell like blood for days.
And you know what I feel like? If Call of Duty was, like, I don't know how this works, and I'm really like, I'm assuming it wouldn't be easiest thing to pull off, right? But to keep like content consistent, right, as much as possible, I think something that would be really smart for Call of Duty to do would be to go back and actually update Black Ops 4 to be a bit better, like adjust certain things that were considered a problem with that game, and then put the game on Game Pass and advertise it as like a, I don't know, rework for BO4 or something during a month where it's a bit of a down period for like Black Ops 6, where there's not many updates, so people aren't really getting turned away from this game. They're just, you know, doing that. But then also make an update so your like progress in that game somehow is connected and carries over to the battle pass in here, so then people are more likely to spend money on BO4. So basically you're having multiple games at once. That sounds like it would be probably a nightmare in terms of like how it would work exactly, but I'm just like, it would be almost a way for them to remake a Call of Duty without actually remaking it. You know what I mean? Because you put it on Game Pass, you make Blackout free to play, people are playing again, and they also have the new game to play. Like, it's double the content, double the amount of places where the revenue streams can be coming from. That can only be a good thing, I feel like. I don't know, but apparently I don't think Call of Duty thinks that way, because they don't seem to, they didn't do Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, so I feel like that was enough of a enough evidence to prove they don't want to do stuff like that. They'd rather do one game at a time. But I don't know, man. I think that would be sick. Just imagine that, bringing BO4 back, to getting people to play it who never played it before. Gameplay is dumb, dude. Terminus was kind of ruined because of that. Oh, like showing gameplay early? I agree. Gameplay should always be something different. Oh, I was talking about... Wait. Yeah, you guys talking about the gameplay when they showed early. I always didn't love when the YouTubers got to play the maps early and stream them. Well, most of the time when the YouTubers did that, I'm okay with that, like them playing it early. Usually they didn't get to upload it until the day of, right? Like at most it was a day before, sometimes. But like, I'm looking back at like BO4. All the maps in BO4's DLC, they didn't get to play early, except for, I think, Ancient Evil. But Ancient Evil gameplay, they didn't get to show until the day Ancient Evil released. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong there, but I don't think they got to play Alpha Omega and Talking Tone early. And then Ancient Evil they did, but again, they didn't get to show gameplay until the day of. BO4 itself, like the launch maps, they got to show gameplay, I think, a day early, but we also got to play technically a day early if you had the special edition, something like that. I forget what it was. It was like 3 hours early or something, but I think it was only on PlayStation. I don't remember, but I remember playing the day before the game comes out technically. And BO3, I honestly don't remember, but again, I don't remember them playing the DLC early, except for maybe like DE and a couple of them maybe with Zetsubo. They definitely didn't play Revelations early, that's for sure. So I don't know, I think it's a lot less. Didn't Johnny J do a live stream with Blundell playing the launch pads? Yeah, BO4 launch, yep. Launch for definitely they played that early, but I'm pretty sure that was all a day before though. I don't think it wasn't like long before. Ow, I'm getting slammed by these dudes. All right, I'm just gonna get ammo on this thing, so I could just do this.
Carver owes me a beer when this is over.
What's your favorite MP map besides Nuketown? Raid from Black Ops 2. Gotta go with the good old Raid. Oh, zombies are... Oh, they're not gonna come around that corner. I thought the zombies were gonna come around that other corner, and I was like, oh, we're definitely dead, but I guess not. Are you going for Dark Matter too? Casually going for Dark Matter. Like, I'll, you know, every now and then grind for it like I am now, but I'm not like going hard for it, you know? I don't really find that sort of way of playing COD to be fun, like just grinding the game out, because so many people do that and then they get bored of the game, and I'm like, bro, like you did it to yourself, man. You grinded the game out, of course you were gonna get bored of it. I take my time with it. We'll get to it eventually. You know, that's the way I see it. Hold on, let me turn on my fan. It is hot in here. I gotta turn on that fan. A BO2 remaster would be the only first-person shooter I played for many years. BO2 remaster would be insanely cool. Terminus gameplay showed way too much. No, I would say it showed a decent amount. Obviously, I think not having the HUD on definitely made it not as big of a deal to me, because it didn't feel like gameplay because there was no HUD on. But like the Terminus gameplay with the HUD and everything, I think that was definitely not a great idea. By the way, I want to talk about a video idea I have that I'm not sure if I'm going to do, but it's like something I really want to do. It's creating the perfect zombies game. And this would take like a while, so I probably wouldn't do it anytime now, but I legit want to like actually go through the fundamentals of what makes a zombies game good and like make it myself, essentially. Like quite literally go through what the maps would be, what the perks would be, what the systems would be, and everything like that, and just like what the perfect thing. And it would be taking ideas from prior games, but also making new ideas myself that I think would work well. And I don't know, I think it would be fun to do. But it would take a while, so probably wouldn't do it anytime soon. Have you done the Terminus Easter egg pass around 50? I haven't done that yet, no. There's a lot of those like Dark Ops challenges I have not done. I'll probably get to them eventually, but I'm not like particularly rushing to do them. Blundell was so secretive it damages the franchise. I don't really agree, to be honest. I think his secretiveness is actually what made like the zombies community as strong as it was. Like all those theory videos, they wouldn't exist without his secretiveness, you know? If he wasn't so like, I know sometimes it got a little annoying for some people, but like, I don't know, I think it's what made things kind of interesting. I do think he should have been more transparent, like especially with BO4, definitely need to be more transparent, but when it comes to like story stuff especially, I actually liked that, like how secretive he was. Expert, I need Arcane episode 2 when? I actually just watched episode 3, but episode 2, maybe tomorrow? No, actually not tomorrow. Probably the day after that. Oh no, but Citadelle's coming out soon though. I don't know. This Citadelle's throwing me off because it's gonna take up so much of my time. But hopefully soon. I don't know. I have to edit it. I did watch it. I watched episode. I'm up to 3 now, which was insanely good. This show, I'm like in love with that show. Obsessed with it, one could say. I think Garad Krovi people played early. They probably did. I don't really remember. I don't think like all of them did though, because I remember a lot of the YouTubers, I remember watching their first time playing the map, and it was just at their house. So maybe it wasn't like everyone. Maybe it was only some of them. I don't know. I know Mr. Roth Waffles Milo. He frequently got to play them early. He was like very much intertwined with that. But I don't think like everyone did. And he deserves it though. He's the GOAT, so like he definitely deserves to play all his maps early. I do like that they involve the community so much with that stuff, so that's always fun. I am curious to find out if the gameplay that comes out tomorrow is like YouTuber gameplay, or if it's just like gameplay that they're going to show off. I have no clue. Part of me doesn't think it's going to be YouTuber gameplay because, like, I don't know. I just don't think it is, because I saw a lot of YouTubers today upload their reactions, like their first reaction to gameplay today. And like, unless they were lying or faking their reactions, I don't know. Because they were all like surprised about a lot of this stuff. So I'm like, if they played the gameplay early, or if they played the game before that, would that, I don't know, would those videos make any sense? I don't know. Who knows? But I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Max ammo.
Or maybe it was only like a select few, because I don't know. Dalek always gets sent out to them, so maybe he did. I didn't see his video today, so I don't know if he did a video or not. I didn't see his video. Gameplay tomorrow? Yes, there is gameplay being shown tomorrow. I have no idea what time or how or exactly, but they announced there's going to be some gameplay tomorrow. It might just honestly be like a video they upload to YouTube that just showcases it for like 20 minutes or something. I don't know.
You like being cold cocked? Thought not.
Oh god. I just pray Doppelgast aren't bullet sponges and spawn like crazy. I definitely would rather they weren't bullet sponges. I agree. I don't like bullet sponge bosses too much. I think my favorite type of bosses are the ones that they're not bullet sponges, but they're really deadly. Like when you come across them, your chance of death is pretty high. Those are my favorite. Like the Panzers are kind of like that. Panzers are not really bullet sponges. They never really have been. They don't die like... Oh, I'm talking about BO2 and like the Reisendrock Panzers. But they're scary. When you come across them, they're terrifying. Like, you could take them out reasonably fast. Margwas too. Like, those are definitely not bullet sponges, but they're deadly.
It's like a symphony of bodily harm.
If you're gonna be so cryptic at the price of marketing, you're damaging the franchise. I guess it depends. You gotta find a good balance of it, you know? What's the reason they can't port operators from past games to this one? Is it rights issues because I want to play as Rick in Zombies? I think it's just consistency, because if they're gonna bring over Rick Grimes, well, then they have to bring over all the operators, and then bringing over all the operators would be kind of a mess, and they don't want to do that, so they wanted this game to start off fresh. But I was saying before, I did want them to bring over the collaboration operators. Like, they don't have to do the other ones, obviously, but the collab ones would have been cool. I think also it's a money thing, though, because they probably think you are more likely to buy new collaboration skins for the game if you don't have any collaboration skins currently, right? So, like, you know, I already have Rick Grimes, Michonne. I bought the Art the Clown one. I might be less likely to buy a new skin that comes out to the game because I already have those cool skins. So why would I bother choosing other ones, you know? Hopefully the swords help with taking out the bosses. Going to be weird going for melee attack on the amalgam and it grabbing you. You definitely should be able to stop the grab with the melee for sure. Perfect Zombies game has double tap. I probably would put it in the game, but I don't know, because like when you have no, I would. I think the issue is there's so many other systems in the game that already do that. Like, I'm not really like, maybe that's why I don't necessarily think this game needs double tap, because like you already have so many systems that are meant for upgrading your weapon's damage, right? But they don't do great at that, so double tap would be nice. Would be a nice addition.
I've led much bigger idiots than you.
But if you don't have the rarity system, then I do think double tap is nice. So
You weren't using your brain.
I kind of agree. It's called BO4, the Perfect Zombies game. You know, BO4 is really close. Actually, I do want to make a game called video called Fixing BO4 Zombies, and literally just going over everything I would do to fix it. Like, I'm talking every little thing, because there are some small issues with that game that like just kind of build up, you know. I didn't realize we're on round 31. These rounds kind of fly by on this map. Might want to get more ammo on this thing. MSC House, best summer ever. Yeah, that was 2016, right? 2016, 2017. I still stand by that 2017 was the best year for zombies. We had Infinite Warfare DLC, we had Zombies Chronicles 2, we had World War II's overall hype, like the hype of getting World War II zombies. And there was also a lot of custom zombies stuff that was coming out. And I guess you had that Z-House stuff too. Yeah, so there's a lot of shit going on that year. for zombies. Call of Duty in general too, because you also had Modern Warfare Remastered that was out. Like, holy shit, man, we had so 2017 is going down history for me. And it's crazy because if you ask most people, they will say that year sucked. Like, they will tell you with a straight face that 2017 sucked for Call of Duty, because that was Infinite Warfare's life cycle, and everyone hates Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare to me is a top 4 Call of Duty game. So actually, to be honest, it might be my second favorite COD. I'm not even kidding. The more time has gone on, I'm gonna do like an updated ranking, but I think Infinite Warfare is my second favorite. Like, I don't see why it shouldn't be. The campaign is my favorite in the franchise by far. The multiplayer is up there, probably top 4, and then the zombies, probably top 2. Like, shit, man, I don't know.
I just won our headshot contest.
It's a fantastic game, and I will never understand the hate it gets. Like, to this day, you will never be able to give me a decent argument for why that game sucks, or why it's not, like, good.
What's the matter? Get your wires
The only, like,
crossed.
opinion I've ever seen that someone says about that game that I accept as a valid take is, like, they just don't like boost jumping. It's like, all right, if you don't like boost jumping, of course you're not gonna like Infinite Warfare. That's fine, right? But, like, I literally, every other thing I hear people say, I'm like, that doesn't make sense, bro. I'm all for opinions, but, like, they gotta make sense, though, you know? Like, people say, like, oh, the movement isn't as good as BO3. Isn't it not nearly identical with, like, minor changes? Like, and maybe it's a little slower, maybe, but it's nearly identical. I don't know. Like, it's pretty close. It will be Terminus type gameplay that's pre-recorded, probably. Yeah, for Citadelle. I hope they don't walk us through the pack-a-punch. That would be annoying. I think Double Tap 1.0 will get added, not 2.0. That's a high possibility, yeah. Which is also a little weird because I do have rapid fire in the game, but yeah, oh well. I'll take what we can get. Shields would be perfect for Citadel. That would be cool if they had shields. Like, they could do shields and armor. I know people would be like, ah, it doesn't make any sense. There's already a augment that gives you the shield, but, like, it doesn't really give you the shield though, does it, you know? Even if shields were just, like, on one map, like, I think that would be pretty cool.
What's wrong? The juice a little too much for you?
Got him. Ooh. One of the skins is a double tap perk icon. Yep. I think actually two of the skins have it. They've been teasing it a lot. I don't think it necessarily confirms it's coming back, because there also is a mule kick icon on one of them, and I think Tombstone as well. And unless all of those perks come back, then I don't know. Maybe they're just paying homage to zombies' history for all we know. Who knows? Saying it's nearly perfect and then ranking it 5 or 6 in your top zombies games is wild. Are you saying me? For BO4? I would put BO4 higher than that. I think I put BO4 in my top 3 actually, yeah. Well, for zombies, yeah. I would probably say it's the 3rd best zombies. On a bad day, I'd say 4th best, but probably 3rd best. Yeah, my main issue is I do think the perk system I don't love. I think they could have fixed it relatively easily though. Like, literally all they had to do was just have a Wonder Fizz on every map. Like, not the whole, I know they had the secret sauce thing, but I mean like an actual like Black Ops 2 style Wonder Fizz machine, or I guess Black Ops 3 style Wonder Fizz machine on every map, and lets the player get up to 8 perks rather than just 4. And 4 of them are your loadout weapon or your loadout perks that you select, and then the other 4 are random perks you would get through the Wonder Fizz. I think that would be a much better perk system, and also make sure that the actual perk machines actually have unique perk machines for each perk. That would take a little more dev time, obviously, but would be worth it, because having that personality with the perk machines is important. You would still have that choice there, so the system that they want in the game is still there, but you actually have a much better gameplay system, I would say, with the perks. And I don't like the point system in that game, but that's also a problem in these new zombies games too. I think, because so here's the problem with the perk system. Like I said, it's because you have to decide your perks before the game, and unless, oh damn, and unless you have, oh shit, I don't want to do that. I actually don't like that augment for quick revive because it's actually worse than just taking it down. Like, to be honest. What was I saying? My problem is that you have to pick your perks before the game, but you don't really know what perks you're gonna want because sometimes the game will change quite a bit. Here's a great example, right? Let's say you want PhD slider. This is probably the best example I can give, right? But you have no guarantee if you're gonna get that out of the box. I'm gonna use the chopper gun. You have no guarantee if you're gonna get the Helion Salvo out of the box because it's the only reason you would ever really want to use PhD slider. So let's say you can't get the Helion Salvo out of the box. You hit the box like 10 times, you're not getting it 20 times, and you just give up, right? Now you have PhD slider for no reason. Or on the flip side, the other way, you might have not planned to bring in PhD slider, but then you get the Helion Salvo out of the box, but now you don't want to use it anymore because you don't have PhD slider, so what's the point of using it? It's not really going to be that as good as it would be otherwise. So and I know you can run secret sauce, but like, do you want to sit there buying the same perk again and again before you get it? I don't know. That's not the greatest solution, but what ends up happening, at least for me, is like, I do feel like I use very similar perks for the loadout, and I'm fine with that, but if there was ways to get other ones more consistently, then it would definitely be a better system. And there are some side Easter eggs that let you get more than 4, but not enough, you know? I don't know. Infinite Warfare, good game, wrong time. Yeah, definitely wrong time. But they had no way of knowing that. And I wish people would just like let go of that and just go back and play it and try it out. Because there are people who will still say Infinite Warfare sucks just because it came out at the wrong time. And I'm like, how does that make any sense? Like just because you didn't like it back then, why does that mean you have to still dislike it now? You know what I mean? If you're saying it came out at the wrong time, that implies that you would enjoy it if it came out today, which also implies that if you went back to play it today, you should be able to enjoy it. But a lot of people for some reason can't do that. They're like, no, I can't get into it. But I'm like, but I don't know, I know it's an old game, I know, but like when it comes to campaign and zombies, that doesn't really matter because, you know, those modes don't require an online experience. But I don't know, even in multiplayer you can get lobbies still, so
I'm gonna smell like blood for days.
I don't know. I will defend that game until the day I die. That's probably the most passionate I'm about defending a Call of Duty because I think there is little issues with Infinite Warfare, like very little issues. And a game that has very little issues does not deserve the hate it gets. What is the point of early gameplay tomorrow? Yeah, I really don't know, to be honest. I guess we'll see. Again, I'm not like totally against it. I'm gonna make a video on it, you know, going over the gameplay and stuff, but I don't know. I definitely would have preferred they didn't do it, but at the same time, it is what it is. And if it has to do with if it was YouTubers who played an early type gameplay, then I think I would prefer that gameplay wasn't able to be shown until the day the map releases, like maybe like an hour before or something like that. Because that's why I think they've done that before. They definitely did that at least once or twice, where they showed gameplay like literally an hour before the map comes out. At least they made Juggernog necessary in this game. Juggernog, yeah, is really useful in this game.
Skull versus bullet.
I would say armor is probably the most useful thing in this game, like out of anything. And then it would be just pack a punching your weapon all the way. Armor is definitely the most useful thing, though. all the hate on BO4 just for the perk system. Like, if you somehow get past that problem, BO4 is generally the perfect zombies game. Well, I do love BO4. I think the maps are fantastic. Like, I don't really have many issues with the maps. Blood of the Dead's got some problems with its Easter egg, I feel like, but it's genuinely a really fun map otherwise. Voyage, I think, is just a little, like, lacks stuff to do on it, to be honest, but it's a great map in terms of aesthetics. It looks gorgeous. I think 9, Dead of the Night, Ancient Evil, Alpha Omega are all, like, phenomenal maps. Yes, Alpha Omega is included in that. I think Alpha Omega is a great map. Toten, I like, but I think is a little overrated. But I still like it quite a bit. Got a lot of stuff to do on it. And Classified is just kind of the bonus map. I don't really have much to say about that one, but it's fine. It's enjoyable. Is it actual news that we're getting gameplay tomorrow? Oh yes, the trailer confirmed we're getting gameplay tomorrow. Yep. Oh my goodness, we might die. No, we're fine. I would have played X-Defiant if it had a secondary mode, but it didn't, so I skipped it. You know, Skirt Ritual should have made a deal with X-Defiant and put Skirt Ritual, like that zombies mode, in X-Defiant with their game. How funny would that have been? Because those are like the two games that were like, they felt like COD competitors, in a sense, in different ways. I never played the other Skirt Ritual maps. Like, I really enjoyed what Skirt Ritual was doing. I just didn't like how clunky the movement felt. Like, it just, I don't know. It's hard to get past that. Like, I don't mind clunky movement in most games, but when it's trying to be a competitor COD, or the zombies, it's like, I don't know, I needed that smoother movement to, like, really feel like I'm actually playing, you know, game. Call of Duty is just too good at, like, the feel. I don't know. They know how to make things feel good. I will say, I haven't had any lag this game, which is surprising because Zombies has been so laggy for me, but I haven't really noticed any lag this game. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm happy about that. Don't want to jinx myself. Or I've just been so distracted with the chat that I haven't noticed. Maybe we have lagged. I don't know. I have no clue. I would say I have a defending passion for BO4 as well. Just maybe not. I can see some of the flaws in it though. Like I do have some issues with it. Infinite Warfare is one where like I don't see like any flaws. Like I'm just like, no, there's zero flaws, bro. There's zero flaws. Oh my god. Can this dude die already? This guy does not want to die. There we go. Oh, immune injection. My top 3 are BO2, BO3, BO4 overall, not just zombies. That is a solid ranking. I think BO2, BO3, BO4, Infinite Warfare, in no particular order. My order changes every other day. Those 4 games are my like definitive 4 favorite Call of Duty experiences all around. Whether it's zombies, multiplayer, campaign, only for 2 of them, obviously not for the other 2. Those 4 Call of Duties. I honestly don't think, and I really hope I'm wrong here, I don't think another Call of Duty game in my lifetime will beat out one of those 4 games. I would be surprised if one does. I hope one does, but I feel like it's just going to be a bunch of, every time a Call of Duty comes out, it's just they're gonna fight for the number 5 spot on my ranking. That's it. I don't think anything's cracking that top 4 though. Like those games are too strong. Like the gap between my number 4 and number 5 is pretty big, which my number 5, it rotates a lot. At one point it was Black Ops Cold War, at another point it was Black Ops 1, at another point it was World War II. Right now it could be Black Ops 6 even, I don't know. That number 5 rotates a lot. I think Black Ops 6 just isn't in a place right now where I could put it in my top 5, just because there's just so many issues like with the lag, which was surprisingly not bad this game, but the lag is really bad in multiplayer especially. Like, it's really been affecting my games.
Marks
So I don't think I could put it in the top 5 right now. Imagine saying wrong time when the launch map was zombies in Spaceland. Yeah, I mean, I love that game since it came out. I will say though, Infinite Warfare is a game that I liked more over time. Like, when it first came out, I liked the game, but I didn't love it. You can actually go back and watch my old videos. Like, I defended Infinite Warfare, but if you go to my ranking videos, I never ranked Infinite Warfare that high, to be honest. Like, I think there's a ranking that I did for every Call of Duty game. I think I put Infinite Warfare in the number 8 spot. And this was in like 2018 or something like that. I did a video. Maybe 2017. I don't remember. But I ranked Infinite Warfare in number 8 spot, right? Today, I would rank it number 2 or 3. So, like, that is an insane improvement. But I always loved Spaceland. I don't think, like, Spaceland... I mean, Spaceland went from being my, like, top 5 map to number 1 now. So I guess that also improved over time. It's just aged so well. Have you played custom zombies maps in Fortnite? No, but I did see them, though. They look insane. I definitely should try them out. Really hope swords are long quests and main Easter egg quest is long. I agree. I want a long quest. Honestly, as long as it can be. I really don't care if it takes, like... the longer the better for me. I honestly don't mind long quests. I know there would be a certain amount of people that wouldn't like that, but I personally like them long. I like them long and juicy. Oh no!
Kaboom!
Got him. Do you think if he was the fourth, do you think if he was the 4 DLC packs come back, we would get better zombie maps than what we're... Oh, you're saying if you think... You're saying, do you think the maps would be better if they were paid instead of free? I'll tell you this. It's hard to say. I think we have to wait till BO6's DLC season's over to fully judge that right now, but because right now we can't really judge it because we haven't really had many games to judge it. And the games we have had very bad development cycles and overall just a shit show. I do think when you have paid DLC, there is a certain standard. They haven't always met that standard, let's be honest, but there is a certain standard that they at least should meet because they need to sell the maps, whereas now they don't have to sell them. They do have to get you to play them though, because if they get you to play them, they're more likely to get you to buy stuff like the battle pass and all that, so that makes sense. But
I do my best work in the shadows.
I don't know, it's really hard to say.
Heads, you lose.
I think a bigger issue, if we're gonna have any sort of issue with zombies nowadays, I think it really is just Treyarch is overworked with zombies. I mean, the fact that they made Vanguard MWZ, they're probably making zombies next year as well. I think they're just overworked. I think that's the only real issue here. And if they were going back to making one zombies mode per 3 years, then it would be much better. And they would be in a much better position and we can get things like BO3 and BO4 again. And I don't think we're gonna get to that point until Activision lets them just work on one game per 3 year and that's it. You know, let the other developers make zombies. Please, for the love of God, give us a zombies mode made by Infinity Ward in 2026 with Modern Warfare 4. And then let Sledgehammer make a zombies mode after that. Please, man. If we get back to all 3 developers making zombies, I will be so happy. And I know what you're gonna say. Oh, Modern Infinity Ward sucks. Oh, they're gonna make bad zombies. How do we know that? We don't know. We don't know shit. Infinity Ward, just like any other studio, is ever changing. They change their philosophies as things go along. They change the way they do things. They could certainly bring out a banger zombies experience. We have no clue. And I would love to see them try it. I'm all for giving studio second chances. I did not like their last 2 games, but if they were to make a round-based zombies mode, I would be there day 1, and hopefully it would be good. But who knows? Who knows? I actually have heard things, and I don't want to. I can't say too much, but I have heard things that some people are saying that Infinity Ward is apparently working on some like studio philosophy shifts because obviously the last game wasn't really received all that well. So there might be changes made to Modern Warfare 4 that make that game a lot better. Perhaps. I'm gonna be hopeful for it. There's a lot of people that are gonna immediately write it off because it's Infinity Ward, but I'm always gonna be excited for a new COD, so. My top 3 is IW, BO3, BO4. That's a solid top 3. Those games will always be probably in my top 4, so.
Fuck you.
I hope one day it changes. I hope, because I want another game to be better, but we'll see. I would play Skur Ritual over Vanguard 100% of the time. Yeah, probably. I like Shinonuma though in the Archon. I don't mind those maps. I want to try IW, but its gameplay looks like a BO3 custom map. Sorry. Look, you gotta just try it, because like it's really hard to like, I don't know. Graphically, does it look the best? Not really. I mean, it is a bit more cartoony, which is probably why you feel that way. But you got to look past the fact that it's cartoony. You got to just go into it knowing that it's meant to be a cartoony mode. It's not meant to be like realistic graphics or anything like that. And trust me, it is a ton of fun. There is so much to do on every map. Every map is so unique and interesting. And if you love BO4, trust me, I think you'd like IW quite a bit. Especially Spaceland, Raven the Redwoods, and honestly, Shaolin Shuffle I think deserves a lot of credit too. The other 2 maps I think are more up in the air in terms of whether people enjoy them or not. I mean, no, most people don't like Beast from Beyond, let's be honest. But the Mephistopheles boss fight makes up for it, so there's that.
That sizzling sound is music to my ears.
Oh, this gun feels so good to use. I think IW's movement is so much smoother than BO3. I feel like they're like very similar, but I definitely think it's smooth for sure. But to this day, I don't really notice the difference. I'll be honest, I don't really know what my 4 and 5 would be because there's a huge gap between 3 and 4. I guess I'll go with IW and World War II maybe. Both solid games. There's a gap between BO1 and BO2. Oh, you mean like for my ranking? Yeah, I mean, I don't think BO1's as good as BO2. Because, look, the campaign's great in BO1, but I think the multiplayer, it doesn't have a lot of the great improvements that BO2 made. Like, BO2 adding score streaks in Pick 10 was huge. The maps are great in Black Ops 1, don't get me wrong, but not having score streaks or a Pick 10 system, I think is... Oh, God. Is definitely one thing about BO2 that's a lot better. BO2 is also a little more stable. BO1 doesn't have the best hit detection. And then zombies, yeah, I like BO2 zombies more than BO1. BO2 has Mob of the Dead buried in Origins. I mean, come on. Black Ops 1's fun, but it don't have Mob of the Dead buried in Origins, so. Save me, Trap! Save me! I love this trap so much. This is so sick. Ow! Oh my god!
Using stim.
Get him! Get him! Boom. That was fun. Hold on, I was reading a comment and then I lost it. Right now BO6 is my number 4. Nice. I think BO6, it's probably like number 6 for me. I don't know. I don't know how much higher I can put it. It's gonna be hard to do a ranking. The next time I do a ranking of all the CODs, it's gonna be hard to properly rank them because, like I said, the top 4, I know exactly what CODs are there. I'm not really 100% on the order though. And then when it comes to number 5, 6, 7, 8, that's all over the place too. The bottom, I can more confidently say, I think. But, I don't know, it gets really hard. Personally, I can't rank them. Like, my number 1 is BO4 and BO3 and Cold War and BO6 and BO2. Damn. So that's your top 5? Yeah, Cold War, I think, is up there for me. I just think... I don't like the zombies as much as other people do, so that goes a little bit lower. I really like Cold War multiplayer, though. I'm a big Cold War MP kind of guy. And the campaign's good, too. Before Citadelle releases, I would like to send a special shout out to whichever friend in the friend group gets stuck with the worst elemental sword every time. I do wonder if the swords are going to be like really balanced, or if there's going to be a clear-cut one that's like the best. Because I mean, come to think of it, with elemental wonder weapons, almost always there's like one that stands out as the best, right? Or like one or two that stands out. They're almost never like fully balanced as like all being the same, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think, but I can't think of any. Because like the staves, the staves, they all have their purpose for sure, which is why I like the staves so much, because they all, oh my god, they all fulfill a very different purpose. But I would still say the ice is like the best one, because for high rounds it's the best when you upgrade it, especially. But then lower rounds, I feel like fire might be a little bit better. I don't know. Wind is versatile, but I don't know if it's, I wouldn't call it one of the better ones. And people don't like lightning staff, but I don't know, I always kind of liked it. I thought it was great against the panzers, like it destroyed those guys. Certain standard shows exo zombies. Yeah, exo zombies was not a prime example for good DLC maps for sure. That's the worst example one could give. But no, to be honest, to be fair, let's be fair with exo zombies here. Although I don't like exo zombies and I think the gameplay is terrible, I do think the maps were still like, they were still well made to a degree. Like they still had work put into them. They had good development time put into them. Like there was clearly something going there. I can at least give them that, you know what I mean? But yeah, was it terrible gameplay? Yeah, so. I usually enjoy the worst. Like for Origins, I like how the electric staff acts as a trap and how much ammo it has. And for DE, I like the void bow distract all the zombies. The void bow is really cool. I was always someone who loved to get the void bow, even though it was probably the worst. It was so much fun to use, and it's so cool looking too. Easily one of the coolest designs for a wonder weapon. I normally don't buy COD every year, but if next year's COD is BO2 sequel, I might have to. It should be. I like, all the rumors are saying it is going to be that, so it definitely should be that. Let's use the mutant injection. I've been saving this thing for a time like this. You are getting Spec Ops in 2026, whether you like it or not. It probably more than likely will just be Spec Ops in DMZ 2.0 or something. But man, I really hope it's zombies. And if it is zombies, it will probably be MW Zombies Part 2. Like it'll literally just be a Modern Warfare Zombies, like sort of a mode where it's open world. Which honestly, would I hate that? I mean, I wouldn't be like, I would prefer that over nothing, obviously. I would prefer that over Spec Ops. But man, I really want to see Infinity Ward make a round-based zombies mode. You know, just please don't make Treyarch make it though. That's all I care about. Just don't make Treyarch make it, please, man.
Not gonna lie,
that would be terrible if they had to make another fucking zombies mode. You got to give them a break. Infinity Ward definitely needs a whole rearrangement for devs because it seems like they're having an identity crisis. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're probably going to... They're probably working on that right now, I'm sure. And I hope they realize that we don't need all this realism stuff and they'll just go crazy with it. And hear me out. Hear me out. I know this is probably not going to happen because Lee Ross isn't there and all the other IW Zombies devs probably aren't there. Some of them are, I'm sure, but not all of them. Maybe they'll realize that what Zombies needs right now is a little bit of goofiness. And they will give us that Infinite Warfare Zombies spiritual successor, even if it's in Modern Warfare 4. They will go that route again where the maps are movie themed and fucking crazy. It won't happen, I know. But let me hope. Because just think about it. It would be the 10-year anniversary of Infinite Warfare Zombies. Perfect time to do it. You can advertise it as we're bringing back a Zombies in Spaceland, but it's going to be a part 2. It's going to be a Zombies in Spaceland sequel, and it's kind of like a reimagining of the map. Like, bro, it would be perfect. I could literally go over it all day, which honestly, when I was discussing that video idea I had about the perfect Zombies game, it probably would be just that. It would be a spiritual successor to Infinite Warfare. I'm not even kidding. That would be the perfect Zombies game to me. It would be glorious. It'd be so fucking glorious. I have barely anything unlocked on IW. You don't really need things unlocked. I mean,
Oh, good. Going
I guess the
back-
variants are great to get because the weapon variants obviously make the game easier because there's really good weapon variants, but you don't really need them. You can still play the game without them. It doesn't have like an augment system like this where like you have to unlock a bunch of like things. You can kind of just jump in and get what you need. Director's Cut does make the maps a lot more fun as well, and you get that for doing all the Easter eggs, which is a great reward, obviously. An absolutely amazing reward.
The juice a little too much for you.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I should probably get another mute injection or something. I wish Voltrade had an augment to give us gold plates for MWZ. Oh, that would be incredible. Yeah, I don't actually have the chopper gunner unlocked right now, unfortunately, so let's use the hand cannon. Bug it. I should be saving it, though.
Group discount.
Ow. I actually, no, to be honest, so gold plates, yes, I see what you mean, but I kind of hope if they do the gold plates thing, I kind of want that to be like a side Easter egg reward. Like, how cool would that be as a side Easter egg reward? And you know what map it would be perfect on? Citadelle des Morts. It would be so perfect on the next map. Because you could literally have the golden armor plate be themed around like medieval armor or something. And that'd be a great map unique thing for sure. Ow!
Get me up before I'm
Honestly think that this game had a better launch than BO4. I personally disagree, but a lot of people definitely will agree with you on that. I mean, a lot of people were crashing in BO4, so obviously they're not going to love that launch if it was crashing for them.
Now there's literally nothing happening between your ears.
If Warfare does have a special place for me because it's the last COD me and my dad played together before we stopped playing video games. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. Like, straight up. Oh god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. That's game. Oh, how are we alive? How are we alive? It was a great game, though.
Maxis used to say I have more lives than 9 cats.
Where was I gonna go? Oh, this way.
Me fucking yow, motherfuckers.
IW movement is smoother than BO3, so is a hit detection, supply drop system. Yeah, I kind of definitely think the supply drop system was better, that's for sure. The salvaged earn the weapons was great. Yep, I agree. Do you think mutant ejection will be on Citadelle? I think it will. I hope it isn't, but it probably will. And it'll still be a mangler, yeah. I think it will. Because you don't need manglers on the map to have the mutant ejection, because you could just get it from the thing. You don't have to have, you know, manglers drop it necessarily. Same with the mangler arm cannon. They'll probably still have it on the map. They just won't make it so you just can't get it from manglers anymore, but you could just get it from the crafting table. I don't know who would, because that mangler cannon kind of sucks. But, I mean, I guess it's there as an option if you want it.
Your blood boiling now, fuckers.
I don't know why I didn't get Deadshot. Of all perks, I didn't get Deadshot. I always say BO3 is a mid COD to me. 5 out of 10. Damn, interesting. Only saving grace being zombies. Oh, so you're saying you don't like the other parts of the game. Well, yeah, the campaign isn't good, but I like the multiplayer a lot. The supply drop system is the only thing that sucks about that multiplayer for me. IW is definitely a good COD all around. Of course, this new map comes out right before final exams. You're so lucky to not be in school anymore. Yeah, man. If I was still in school, that would be rough. This is literally
Really
prime time for exams. That is true.
Getting close.
Never liked the jetpack multiplayers. Oh, if you never liked them in general, then yeah, okay. That makes sense. Does BO2 have swimming, though? BO2 does not have swimming. That is true. I have an idea. If Chronicles was a thing, the outside freezing mechanic that's coming could be used for Call of the Dead standing in water. Oh, you mean the thing that's coming to Jingle Hells? Yeah, that's true. They could definitely do something like that. I don't think this game is going to have Chronicles 2. I think if they do Chronicles 2, it'll be in the next game. And I don't think it'll include Call of the Dead. I think it will literally just be the Victus maps. And it won't be remasters, it'll be reimaginings. Just what I'm thinking. I don't know. We all know there will be one sword where you can sit in the corner and tap a button forever. Probably. It's the Void. You guys think the Void one's going to be the best one? I got a feeling the electric one's going to be the worst one. Void one definitely is going to be one of the better ones for sure. Fire, I have no clue. The light one looks really cool. I like how it has like a rainbow look to it. How old were you when BO2 dropped? 12? I was literally born in the year 2000, so it's so easy to tell what my age was when something happened. It's literally just the year. Like, if it happened in 2017, I was 17 years old. If it happened in 2008, I was 8 years old. Like, it's such an interesting year to be born in because it's so easy to just tell what age I was when things happened. Can't wait for the fire sword tutorial. So actually, oh yeah, I know you're making a Noah J joke, but I was gonna say, for me, I'm not really sure how I want to cover content this year because, so I'm obviously gonna play the map first thing, and I'm still debating if I want to play with the squad or not. I had a couple people asking me about that, and I was like, I'm not sure because part of me wants to do it solo this time. I had a great time running the Easter eggs with those guys for Black Ops 6's launch. Oh god, we might die. Oh. But part of me wants to try to do it solo this time, mainly because I might only play for like an hour or two and then quickly get out a video and then go back to playing and then put out another video. Like, it's going to be really hectic. More hectic than the launch was, to be honest. Because at least for the launch, like, we had a breathing period the day before to like get our first impressions out. And then the Easter egg drops the next day. But with the Easter egg dropping right away, it's like, okay, there's going to be a lot of like, it's going to be crazy.
What's the matter? Get your wires crossed.
Also, for BO2 sequel for 2025, the Prestige Master level 1000 reward is a guy with the Navy SEAL patch on his chest, which could hint to it being real. Yeah, that is, I'm pretty sure that guy's description, like, actually says something about Mike Harper from Black Ops 2's campaign, so that is 100% a teaser for the next game. Oh, like, 1000%. You are correct. And they'll probably have the carry forward in the next game. I wouldn't be surprised if we can carry forward our stuff from this game. MWZ failed because of lack of content. I want to see Infinity Ward Sledgehammer's take. Yeah, like I said, I would be okay with that. I would just prefer round-based zombies, though. But if they want to do an open world mode, sure, whatever. Any zombies is better than no zombies. But man, like, okay, Sledgehammer, though... you know what I want from them? No, I don't know. Because, like, here's the thing. What I want from Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer's games is just based on, like, what they used to be. But the studios are very different to the point where actually what I think Sledgehammer should do is probably what I'm thinking Infinity Ward could do. I might sound like I'm being confusing right now, but my idea in my head was MW4, like, if I was in a perfect world, right? Modern Warfare 4 would be a spiritual successor to Infinite Warfare Zombies, right? It would be movie themed. Each map would have a movie theme to it. It would be a very wacky, goofy mode that's just meant for fun, and the Easter eggs are crazy, and it's just insane, right? Then the next game would be probably some futuristic game that Sledgehammer is going to do. And my idea was some sort of sci-fi horror type mode. I'm talking like Dead Space type stuff, like Alien. Like, you're in space stations on different planets fighting zombies, right? And that would be the whole focus of that mode. And it would be a separate storyline. It would not be... maybe it could be in the Dark Eater story. I don't really care. But it would be a separate story for the most part. Kind of doing its own thing. And same with the Modern Warfare 4 one, right? But, realistically speaking, I feel like the type of studios that Sledgehammer is now, Sledgehammer is clearly a studio that likes goofy shit. Look at MW3's multiplayer. They had some crazy stuff in that multiplayer that shows that Sledgehammer likes the goofy fun stuff. So maybe those should be switched. Maybe Sledgehammer should do the goofy fun mode, and then Infinity Ward should do the serious sci-fi horror or just horror in general type mode. You know? Wouldn't that make more sense? I don't know. Regardless, that's what I want, just because it would be 2 very different years of zombies back to back, and then Treyarch sticks to what they do and continues with their kind of like semi-serious, semi-goofy type take on zombies, because they get goofy here and there, but some of it's serious, and they do their own thing with their own mechanics, and then Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward do their own thing with their own mechanics. That to me would be like the best possible situation for the future of zombies. And then 2028 would obviously be the next Treyarch game. So I don't know why I'm popping this. I have no reason to pop it, but fuck it. We're starting to get to our point where our guns are not killing fast anymore, and so this is getting a lot harder. We gotta start using the traps more often. Even the traps aren't killing fast enough. Ah! Oh, chopper gunner, give me that shit.
You lost your head a long time ago. I just made it official.
Yeah, girl, get him, get him. We should probably exfil at round 41. I think I'm gonna exfil at 41. Ow! Yeah, we're definitely exfilling at 41. We're not going past that. Advanced movement MWZ. Okay, that'd be pretty cool. But like I said, if they were to do round based though, like, oh man, I just want to see such different takes. That's what I love about Infinite Warfare and World War II. Like, it was round based zombies. It was very different. It was good. It's different. Exo Zombies, I liked it as well because it was different, but it sucked, so that's a different situation. But I like that they at least tried, you know? So there's that. You know what? Let's activate this again. Oh, it's on cooldown? That's no fun. You know, actually, I want to use the hand cannon again. This hand cannon kind of stinks, I'm not gonna lie. Let's use this again. I'm not sure how good she's gonna be against these guys, though. Holy shit, 10-year anniversary, yep. Ether Story will come back before IW Zombies 2. Yeah, probably, because I think Primus is rumored to come back next year, right? Next year is 10 years since BO3, 13 years since BO2. It makes me feel so old, yep. Definitely makes me feel old. Ether Blade as a side strike would be cool. That would be cool, yeah. Bring back some MWZ stuff. I'd be fine with that. Oh, shit. She's recharging. Ah! Let's activate this trap over here, too.
Generator fields are hot. Proceed with caution.
That gun looks like an error texture file. Oh, I don't like the PAP camo at all on this map. This might be one of my least favorite PAP camos ever. Which, actually, I'm gonna do a PAP camo ranking video, probably after Citadelle comes out. That should be fun. I want to rank all the Pack-a-Punch camos. This is definitely one of the worst, though. I just don't like it. I don't know. It just... Like, what do you... Could someone tell me what it's supposed to be? That's what I don't know. It looks like crystals, maybe? But, like, I don't know. The colors just don't really vibe well. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'm also not a fan of how the Citadel one looks. You saw some images of it in the... There's some images of it they showed. It's just... I don't think it looks that great. I could see a super Easter egg reward with maybe having Wonder Fizz round 1, guns packed in box like IW, or a classic mode. That would be cool. As a separate mode, of course. Yeah. It should not obviously replace the whole game with that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm just gonna activate my chopper gunner when they get here. Time remaining only a minute? God damn.
That sizzling sound is music to my ears.
This might be rough. I don't know. Oh. Oh shit. Okay, we got to use the chopper gunner right away. Dude, 40 seconds is like not enough time for this, man. Oh my god. This better work. This better work. Where are these fuckers at?
30 seconds on the clock, Alpha. Move it.
Come on. Come on. There's no way we're not going to get it. Come on. Some of them are hiding, though.
Now or never, Alpha.
Oh, we got it. Boom. Yeah, all you need is a chopper gunner, and that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Expert, why aren't you Prestige Master 1000 with Nebula and Dark Matter? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think the best one weapon in this game is so far? Oh, definitely the jet gun. I think the Beam Smasher is more fun, though. So jet gun is better. Beam Smasher is more fun. That's the way I see it. The new Gobblegum event is going to be so easy, going to pop so many whimsicals. Yeah, I didn't really see too much about that Gobblegum event. I saw what it was, but I didn't really like look too in depth with it. The new boss is going to be a special zombie before it turns into Amalgam, then it becomes an elite. That's what it seems like, yeah. Twerk tutorial. My guess is that the Squid Game LTM will be on Terminus. Imagine if the final boss yells red light and you have to stop or else he'll instantly kill you. Oh, that would make sense. That could be the mode they do. Yeah, like it tells you to stop at any point and you have to stop. That could be what they do. I hope, and this is unlikely, but I hope that whatever they do with the Squid Game thing is literally Squid Game. Like, put us in a full zombies or a full like multiplayer mode where you're in there and there's a red light, green light stadium, like the arena just from the show, and you have to play it. And if you fail, you die. And then maybe there's like 30 people at a time or something like that to start, and then they get killed off one by one, or maybe even 100. Go fucking crazy with it. Who knows? And then the next game is, you know, like the glass one, like whatever. You just do all sorts of random games, whether it's from the show or not, doesn't matter. That would be so sick. Will they do that? Probably not, but that'd be sick. Sledgehammer Games mentioned. I'm so excited for the next game. I feel like it's gonna. I'm honestly, if any COD is gonna hit the top 5, I think it might be that one. Surprisingly, even though I love Treyarch, they make great games. I have so much faith in Sledgehammer. I really do. One of my main negatives of this game is reusing old content as new stuff, like Tesla Storm. Jedi Survivor brought all the learned skills from Fallen Order and built on it. You weren't reset again. Yeah, I do kind of get annoyed with that too. Like, returning like really old things is different. Like, I think it's cool when they return something like Vulture as a perk. Like, that's cool. But when it comes to like something that was literally in last year's Call of Duty, it's like, all right, come on. Like, you don't gotta use that as a DLC thing. I kind of agree with you there. Like, for ammo mods, I'm glad they gave us a new one, Lightman. That sounds really cool. But I would also love to see like Thunderwall return, or maybe Fireworks, because those haven't been in the COD since, well, Fireworks not since BO3, Thunderwall since Black Ops 4. So those are cool. But if they were to just give us like Shatter Blast, it would be kind of shitty. It'd be like, okay, like we already had that last year, you know? So either have that at launch or just give us something else, you know? I agree. I hope there's a lot more close quarters on the Citadel. I feel way too safe. Cold War and BO6 don't have that claustrophobia like Mob or even GK. Agreed. And it appears that that is the direction they're going in. I don't know how far that's going to go, though. Is it going to be like really close quarters? I don't think it's going to be like really close quarters, but I think it'll be at least something. What should I unlock in the Battle Pass? I can get this Black Cell LMG. This looks pretty sick. Do I have Black Cell? I guess I do. I guess because I got... Oh, I do. Because I got the special edition of this game. Cool. I'm like only halfway through that battle pass though. But this season's going to be a long season. So I don't think season 2 is going to come out till like end of January, early February maybe. Round 40 where normal guns become pea shooters, pretty much. What's up, Awesome Face? How you doing? I understand the hate of weapons falling off because of the setup for Legendary and Tier 3 PAP, but most games guns fell off around this time, like in BO1 or BO2. AATs saved BO3. Yeah, so you actually have a good point there, and I actually want to talk about that a little bit. I'm sorry, we're not going to play another game just because I have to go soon, but I want to just go over what you just said there. I think that is interesting that a lot of people have a problem with the weapons not dealing a lot of damage in this game, but that also was the case in the older CODs. And I think I cracked the code for why that's the case. And I think there's a couple reasons for it. I think first of all, a big part of it is the setup. Like it does take a long time to get to your tier 3 in your weapon, and plus all the rarity stuff. So you just kind of expect your gun to do more damage. But also the point system, I think, is a big part of that, because weapons not dealing a lot of damage in the older games, it didn't matter as much because you were racking up points while you were getting those kills. So you were making sure you're going to have enough points to just get more ammo on the weapon or buy a new weapon or do whatever, right? Whereas in this game, when the weapons don't deal a lot of damage, they're not killing. If they're not killing, they're not getting points. And if they're not getting points, you're not going to be able to get more ammo on your gun consistently or get a new gun like you could in the old games. So I think that's the difference, one of the main differences for me at least, and probably why people want the weapons to do more damage so badly, you know? I say they just make your logo a repeating texture and call it a PAP camo. That would be kind of sick. It's probably closest to the Afterlife camo, right? Like the lightning bolt, right? I don't even use PAP camos in this game. I'm like, I don't know. I can see that because there are some pretty cool mastercrafts and stuff. When you throw the PAP camo on it, it kind of makes it look weird. But I like PAP camos because they're map unique. It's just one extra map unique thing, you know? I just don't think they're that great in this game. Like the Terminus ones are pretty good, but they also just are kind of just random. I like the ones that fit the theme of the map. Like Ancient Evils was incredible. Nines was incredible. Garad Krovi's had that like dragon scales on, like that was incredible. Revelations and DE, they didn't really necessarily fit the map, but they were great. Like they were awesome. So that's two. I like the Terminus one though. I do. Just the Liberty Falls PAP camo is nasty, man. It's nasty. A dragon exfil in Citadelle would go so hard. It would, but that's not happening. It's not. It's just, I could almost confirm it's not happening, because if it was, that shit would have been the first thing they show in the trailer for sure. I also feel like we hate it more because of the camo grinds. Yep, that's true. You didn't really have to get kills with guns previously, but now we do. If you're camo grinding, that is. Yeah, the BO3 camo grind wasn't really a camo grind, if we're being honest. There really wasn't much to it. Has the community event been completed yet? It says it has. Oh, that's for me though. Has it been completed here? Oh yeah, I think it has. Maybe? I don't know. Why is it taking so long? Come on, go faster. Go faster. Oh, it's taking its sweet ass time. It's taking its sweet ass. Why can't you skip this? Oh, what? Are you kidding me? It's gonna have to do it again. Bro, what is going on? Come on. Oh my god, it's gonna make me do it again. Why can't you skip this? Come on, Treyarch. Let us skip it. Thing is, you put so much salvage and points into your gun that you can't switch mid-game. Yeah, that's one of the main issues with the point system. Yeah, I agree. Voltrade not dropping points is a huge L. No, I think Voltrade is dropping points. I'm pretty sure they said it is. It drops essence and salvage. Wait, I don't even know. Did it say it completed? Oh, we didn't even complete it yet. No, we're at 49, whatever that is, billion. So a little bit more and then we'll get it. Maybe tomorrow. It'll probably be done by tomorrow. It says event ends in 1 day. So, I mean, shit. Wait, actually, what augment was I using that game? What was I researching? Elemental pop. Oh, enemies that hit you have a chance to trigger ammo mod. I don't know if I like that one, because that could kill the last zombie. Equipment can also trigger a random ammo mod. No, I'll keep these ones. Those ones are fine. I definitely think that the point system is what makes wall weapons and box weapons useless, not starting with a certain gun. Agreed. Yep. A point system affects so many things negatively. Like, it's insane. If anything's going to change for the next COD, I think the point system might be that thing, because it's probably one of the main complaints I feel like I've been hearing, you know, across the board. And like, what else are they going to advertise as like a big change for next year's zombies? Are they just going to be like, oh, it's literally just BO6 zombies again, but with the new maps? They wouldn't do that, I don't think, because they got to convince people to actually get the next game. And if they were to just say, oh, it's just BO6 again, it's not. They always need that one thing to advertise the game with, you know. So there has to be something. I run Electric Cherry. I don't think I unlocked that one yet, right? Yeah, I haven't unlocked that one yet. I'm definitely gonna run it when I get it for sure, because I'm a Electric Cherry fanboy. You feel suffocated with points because you need to put everything into one gun and can't change mid-game. Agreed. Yep. I don't know. I really hope they make changes to that next year, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm gonna head out now. Tomorrow I will be doing a video, of course, for whatever gameplay is dropped for Citadelle, and other than that, probably no other videos tomorrow. Maybe another stream even, who knows? I don't know. I said I was gonna test out some stuff today, and I did not do that, so maybe we have to stream tomorrow to test some stuff out. We'll see. We'll see. I do have a ranking video planned of ranking every single COD campaign character. I've already recorded it and edited like half of it, but that video I probably won't be able to get it out till like a couple days, maybe even a week, because there's gonna be so much to talk about with Citadelle that I don't want to spend too much time on this other video for now. But it's a video I put a lot of work into, and then I'm still planning to rank every campaign mission, which will probably be a video I do hopefully before the end of this month. I want to get it out in December, and that video will take freaking an insane amount of time to make. So it's a project I'm planning at some point. I don't know. I've been working on it for a while. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.